Okay, I am going to speak a little bit on the political situation in the United States of America. Now, when Donald Trump kidnapped Maduro of Venezuela, the Democratic Party cheered, silent. So, I mean, you can depend on Donald Trump because he doesn't hide his feelings. Whereas the Democratic Party is, most members of the Democratic worse. They like this invasion of, or they like the war with Iran, and they also see that if the thing goes wrong, that then they can win. So that is, whereas if you take Donald Trump, he is more open. I mean, you might not like him. If you take the Democratic Party, they are more sinister. First thing I will say that there is nothing called Middle East. It is West Asia. Middle East is a form of colonization of your mind. So you have to get rid of this term Middle East and use West Asia if you want to create knowledge and if you want to decolonize your mind. Okay? So I am saying, I am repeating again that Donald Trump is good for the South because he is destroying the hierarchical structure in the world. So this is about the Democratic Party. Now, but next elections, now because you have removed Thomas Massey from the Republican Party, that means the Republican Party is going to lose. There is no way they can win. They are going to lose even the safe seats. Okay, so, and it is possible that Donald Trump will be impeached. There is a lot of things, and then there is some agreement between Donald Trump and the IRS, saying that there will be this is what I heard, that there is not going to be any inquiry about him. I don't think this is legally possible. Now, when it comes to Epstein files, some of the files have not been revealed. That means this Epstein saga will go on, and Ro Khanna and Thomas Massey will be at the forefront. And it is possible some women organizations also will be coming to the highlight. Now, as far as Israel is realized that if you take the younger generation in America, they are moving away from Israel. So what is the strategy of Israel? Israel wants to have relationship with UAE and India. Not necessarily India, but it is Modi. So Modi has this anti-Muslim agenda. Now, I made some certain comments on Tulsi Gabbard. Now it is revealed that she doesn't even have a house, and her house is rented. So maybe I was a little bit wrong about her. I mean, if you don't have finance, if you are not that rich, then my understanding is that you can't stand up to the hierarchy. So then you have to toe the line. So I would like to, because she opposed invasion of Iran all the time. My understanding was that she was with Modi, but I think that may not be true, because because of financial system, she has to toe the line. So I may have had a negative opinion of her. So what is going to happen? I think if America invades Iran, the bond yields will go up. 10-year and 30-year bond yields will go up. And there was another report saying that China is buying a lot of gold and they are buying some gold from America too. That means the American dollar it will decline faster. Right? America has released petroleum or oil from the strategic reserves, and they are running low on oil, and they are running low on gold also. Okay, oil is also some kind of entropic capital, but it's not sturdy as gold. So that is why Henry Kissinger went from gold to oil. So what is happening with UAE? Because now UAE has bet on the wrong horse. UAE has aligned itself with Israel. I think Saudi Arabia is moving more towards Iran under the leadership of China and Russia. Okay? So if you take the OPEC is breaking apart. So that means the oil prices will come down, but that means petrodollar is also vanishing faster. So it looks like the consumers in the West are going to benefit a little bit, but when the dollar goes down, when the reserve currency state of a dollar goes down, that means the West, America and West, the declining power will decline faster, right? Now America is not self-sufficient in oil. America used a lot of fracking. Fracking is not sustainable in the long run. Fracking is very environmentally very harmful, and if you do hydraulic fracturing, you don't get yield for long period of time. Maybe some wells have 5-year duration, some may have 10 years, 15 years. So America is not America still imports little bit of oil, energy, and its oil system is more expensive. It is more expensive than the Saudi Arabian thing. So when a lot of these people say America is self-sufficient in oil, it's a mirage, because you are using hydraulic fracking, and that it doesn't give long-term stability. It's a short-term, and it is destroying it has severe environment backlash. And Mr. Donald Trump is going more towards what I would call Newtonian economics. He wants to remove a lot of environment laws and things like that, and that the environment system, even with his oil industry, environment system will be deteriorated faster. And Donald Trump doesn't believe in steady state economics. That means the environment in America will decline faster. So we have many things, right? Israel knows that it can't depend on America for a long time. That's why it is trying to build relationship with India and UAE. And what this means is that the OPEC will be over. That means in a indirect way, the damage of the petrodollar will be accelerated. So things might look good for Western countries if the oil prices come down, but as far as petrodollar is gone, it will be gone faster. And now in recent elections, Modi of India's party did well, not in Tamil Nadu but at other area, but I think there will be backlash in Modi because he has aligned himself with Israel, and you have about 10-15% Muslims in India. So next elections, I expect a backlash in Modi and Netanyahu. Netanyahu is sick, I think. I think he has a cancer or something like that. I don't think he will last long. And he has tried to manipulate the legal system in Israel. And there is going to be a blowback against Netanyahu. And because of Modi's strong support for Israel, there are going to be backlash against him in India sooner or later. Okay? So we have to watch that. And there is some attempt to disenfranchise the Muslims who are living in India. I wouldn't say that they are Indian citizens per se, but they have been living there for a long time. And so this is similar to what you have in America. You are having attempt in India to disenfranchise certain Muslims in India, disenfranchise some of the Muslims in India. I am not saying they are citizens of India or not. It is very difficult to ascertain that thing. So maybe they were not Indian citizens, but they have been living there for a long time. So you have the same thing in America. So actually Modi copies certain things which is happening in present America. So I discussed a lot of something, not to use this term Middle East. Okay? We have to create knowledge, and you have to decolonize the mind. Second thing, Israel knows that America is not going to support him for a long time. If you take the younger generations in America, they are against Israel because of genocidal tendencies. So what Israel is trying to do is build relations with India and UAE, which means that the petrodollar is over. Which also means that the petroleum prices will come down. If you don't have a cartel, then the price will come down. But the West is going to lose because the demise of the petrodollar. Okay? Now, as far as India is concerned, India is going to suffer a lot because it had been against Iran, and it has aligned I would not say India, I would say it is Modi. Modi has aligned itself more closely with Israel. Now, if you take India, India had some secret relationship with Israel even during this Indira Gandhi's time or something like that, but not to the extent. Why? Because India has this enmity with this Pakistan. So India has a natural alliance with Israel, and certain relationships are hidden. It was not revealed. They didn't do it openly, but some of the things are coming out. Okay? Now, again, when it comes to India, I consider Subhash Chandra Bose as the real hero of India, not necessarily Mahatma Gandhi. That's a different matter. I have made certain comments on that. The role of Subhash Chandra Bose is hidden. Okay? So, I mean, he has Subhash Chandra Bose has alignment with Hitler, and he tried to build an alliance with Hitler and Japan. So my view of the so-called Second World War is different. I consider it as a colonial war. It was roughly way I look at it is that Hitler was trying to colonize Europe. Right? Now, even in America, after this liberation, there were people who want to follow the British Empire. They didn't want to have a republic. In American politics is that. So American politics is very complicated. And even now, some of the Americans want to have, they believe in, they don't say directly, but they believe in colonization, right? So they believe in Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria is a narco terrorist. She used opium. And if you take the CIA, they have used opium as a weapon, not opium, drugs as a weapon when it comes to politics. So the West always use West always, or not always, sometimes use drugs as a weapon to destroy other countries. It was even done during Queen Victoria's time. So Queen Victoria is a symbol of 500 years of hegemonicism, and she is also a narco terrorist, a way narco terrorist. And if you listen to people like Max Blumenthal, right? He talks about America using cocaine or something like that, drugs, to destroy, to infiltrate and destroy the South American country. So West has been using drugs, whether it is opium or LSD or anything, they have been using drugs on and off to destroy. That is the part of their strategy to control countries. And Queen Victoria used opium very successfully. It is only under the Communist Party of China that the opium menace was removed in a very brutal way I would say in a brutal way by Chinese. But I would not. I mean, brutal way. It is inverted commas. I will not. They had no other method to do that. So when it comes to these kind of things, I don't believe in so-called human rights. Right? Sometimes you have to be very brutal. That is unfortunate, but you can have a carrot and stick method, but the stick has to be there. You can have a little bit of carrot, but sometimes if your country is destroyed from outside, and if they are using drugs, sometimes you have to use a stick. The carrot, using carrot would not. It is not an option. So I discussed lots of things. I discussed if America goes to war with Iran, then the bond yields will go up. Right, the 10-year bond yield and 30-year. And America is supposed to renew its about 1/3 of the bonds in this year. So that means their debt burden is going to be unbearable. So Donald Trump, he is trying to intimidate Iran, but I think Iranians know it. And I think the Americans have released some of their reserves, right, petroleum reserves. So they can't manipulate the petroleum prices. So I talked a lot of things. I talked about future relationship with Israel and America. I talked of the fate of Modi, because Modi has aligned so much with Israel, and then Iran knows this game. If Donald Trump bombs Iran, that will accelerate the decline of the American economy, right? Especially it will affect the bond yields. So Donald Trump is trying to intimidate Iran. That will not work. I don't think it will work. So Iran will have to bear a little bit more, and Iran will become the leader of the BRICS, not America or China. In a way, in my way of looking at it, they become de facto, they become the leader of BRICS. I talked about what is going to happen to the Republican Party, because Thomas Massey has been thrown out of the Republican Party, that the MAGA is gone, Make America is gone, and you have only people in the Republican Party who wants to treat Donald Trump as king. That will not work. That means next election in November, the Republican Party is going to be trounced, And it doesn't mean it's good, because if you take the Democratic Party, they wanted Donald Trump to invade Venezuela, and some of the Democratic people want to invade Cuba. They are working behind the scenes. So I think Donald Trump is more honest than some of the Democratic Party members. Then I said, petroleum, there is an accelerated decline of the American dollar, okay, mainly because of the action of Israel, because Israel is trying to align itself with UAE, okay, and there is a rupture between UAE and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is moving towards Iran in a gradual way. So I think UAE will be isolated, and some of these Gulf countries will move towards Iran. So Iran will come on top after long battle. They will come on top. Then we have the effect of Thomas Massey. So there is some room for independent party, but I don't think. But you had this Ross Perot. Ross Perot got in some election back as an independent candidate. He got something like 19% vote or something. I can't remember that. I'm giving from my just from my memory. I may be wrong on that. And I always said, don't use this word Middle East. It is West Asia. Okay, if you want to decolonize your mind, then use the word West Asia. And most likely there will be rise. I think Iran wants the war. I don't want the Iran. I think Iran doesn't want to have this, suspension. I think Iran wants to have the war and get over it. And because Iran wants to break away from their cage. Sanctions, 47 years. I don't think any country prefers war, but it has to have this war to break away from the Western domination. There is no other way. Okay? Otherwise, you have to drag till November when Republican Party loses both houses, Senate and Congress. So it's very difficult to predict, but I think Republican Party will lose most of the votes. Most of the election they will lose. They might win the primaries by using a lot of money, but I think when it comes to the real election, they are at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean that it is going to be good for when the Democratic Party comes to power. It doesn't mean it's going to be good. Why? Because most of the Democratic Party members support invasion of Cuba. They support the invasion of Venezuela. They don't say it directly, but indirectly they support it. Okay? So we discussed lots of things, and I think Iran is going to come on top after a long struggle. You can say 47 years struggle.